Hey everyone, Mickey here, second boss, Amalgamation Chamber? Amalgamation Chamber? That's a hard word. Anyways, red boss, purple boss. We are, this fight's real easy, guys. This is going to be a really easy explanation. It's a two-phase fight. First phase, two bosses split apart. They do some stuff, then they merge together, do all the stuff together. Pretty easy overall. Each one has 3 abilities, only 2 on normal, 2 on 1 extra for each of them on heroic. First phase, split the raid into half, and transitioning from first phase to second phase happens at 50%. So you want each of the bosses to be as close to 50% as possible, so that the remaining health pool is as low as possible going into that last phase, because there's a mechanic at the end that basically just will wipe you if you take too long. So first thing that happens is you get dots if you're too close to either of the bosses. That happens. You're going to get one of the dots. If you get too many of the stacks, you can move to the other side. It's likely not going to be a problem for us, though, but that is a possibility in the case that we need it. If for whatever reason you're dumb and you're standing in the middle, you will get both stacks. Just move to one side. One will fall off after like 18 seconds or something of that nature. We're going to talk about the Shadow Boss first. Shadow Boss, what he does is he does these purple circles that you have to run and drop away from the group. He does a purple swirly that just moves around and you just got to like dodge. And then on heroic, he does these collapsing circles. There's a boss that does the same thing. I forget the boss's name, but basically there's circles all around in a circle with gaps in the middle, and it collapses in and hits you in the middle and it'll kill you. So dodge the balls. Fire boss, he shoots some fire tornadoes out that you got to dodge. They go in like a cone, space in between them. Pretty easy. There's a big soak that the whole group has to soak, does some damage. And then there's little soaks on heroic that are just little circles, 1 player in each, although if you have an extra player in one, it's not the end of the world. It just gives them a dot, does some damage, and if you miss one, though, it does massive amounts of damage, so we do not want to miss one for sure. And then at 50%, they come together, do all those abilities together with a couple of differences. So in the second phase, there's actually a tank swap combo. In the first ones, there's not. So it's called Withering Vulnerability. Basically, he does a combo where he does one attack and then another attack. The first attack buffs the second attack, so you have to taunt in the middle. So Corwin, when you forget to taunt, Ack will be fucked. And you want to face that away from the group because it does it in a cone, and you don't want other people to be fucked. So the purple circles in the second phase, and now when you drop them and they leave their little pool, they also shoot the fire tornadoes everywhere. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to get hit by those. I mean, obviously it's going to shoot them regardless, but you don't want to get hit by those. The whole team soak leaves a swirly behind that you got to run away from because it does damage. And then the little soaks, again, heroic only. They actually, each one of those after you soak them, create the little balls that collapse in. So it's going to be like 3 or 4 of those or whatever. Anyways, very easy fight. Like I said, not complicated. Here's a strategy, okay? We got our boss field here. We got purples over here. Reds over here. They got to be 50 yards apart. Then, we're going to start with the purple because I'm holding the purple pin. Little guy here. You get a circle around him. He runs down here. Drops that shit over here. Lets it explode there. Little swirly spawns up here. Starts moving all around. This little guy, he just goes away from it. Gets away from the thing as far as he can, right? Wherever he can go. If he's range, melee, obviously you stay as far away from it as possible. And then sometimes, obviously, you can't. And then the collapsing worms thing, that will spawn around the boss and move in. You just move out of them. Pretty easy. Okay, second one. Let me swap here to my fire pin. Boom. Fire pin. Activated. Okay, first thing up. He shoots these fire tornadoes in like a path like that. You can step in between them. You can go to the sides. Obviously, just don't get hit by that shit. Real easy. Little baby circles spawn, heroic only. You stand in them so they don't blow up. Big soak will happen probably on the side of the boss. It's near the boss. It happens near the boss. And everybody just has to stand in that shit. Real easy. Afterwards, when he gets to 50%, he goes in the middle. And he creates a shadow flame version of himself. And he'll be in the middle. You start getting that both dots constantly. Stacks up forever. You can't get rid of them. So that's why we're going to hero there and kill him. Like I said, only difference is when you get those pools around you, so you run that pool away, it's going to shoot out fire naders in all directions. That sucks. It's hard to dodge. And there'll be a lot of them. I think like 3 or 4 at a time that didn't all go out. So watch that shit. There's the tank combo that's going to be facing this way. So don't be in front. And then the only other thing is the big soak. So big soak will happen. We'll all be there, and then we'll have to run away from it because there's a swirly that explodes inside. Easy peasy. Not a hard boss at all. I think this one's going to take us probably 1 shot, maybe 2 shots. So, anyways, that's it. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys during the raid where I'll have to explain this again. This video is sponsored by Discord Soundboards. No. Zenny? No.